Very happy to have you invest in our Wanda invasion. Young Master Wang has mentioned that you and he are friends. He asked me to treat you well. It seems this is what that Wang Shirtso meant. Qin Fei smiled and casually replied, yes. This time I'm investing in some Wanda properties. I know your plaza is well constructed, so I'm here to buy 2 buildings for my company. Chen Peng immediately agreed, looking very respectful. Yes, I will take Mr. Qin to see our construction situation right away. Many employees were watching as they were brought in to welcome him, and they quickly noticed this young, wealthy man being warmly welcomed by their manager. They didn't expect him to be so young, which led to some quiet discussions among the female greeters. This Mr. Qin is said to be from Xiangjiang's wealthy second generation. Wow, the wealthy in Xiangjiang are incredibly rich, like that Li Chaoran, with a villa worth tens of billions of HKD. Yeah, no wonder he can come to the mainland to buy office buildings. Those wealthy people from Xiangjiang are all worth over 100 billion. They're truly rich. Look at his girlfriend. She seems to be from the mainland. It's obvious she is lucky to have hooked up with a wealthy man. If it were me, I would know how happy I'd be. The wealthy from Xiangjiang are way richer than us in the mainland. Looking at Zhao lying next to Qin Fei, the group of women couldn't help but feel envious. Zhao Lying loved going out with Qin Fei. Wherever they went, he was the center of attention. This proved that her choice was not wrong, making her feel even more comfortable holding Qin Fei's hand closely as his girlfriend. Accompanying Qin Fei to look at the office buildings, there were 2 buildings in the best locations during the initial phase of Wanda's construction, right next to the plaza. Both buildings were constructed to a height of 50 floors and had already been completed according to the 50-floor plan. Among them, 30 floors could be used as office space, while the other 10 floors could be rented out for restaurants, milk tea shops, and other recreational facilities. These office buildings were divided into several areas. Simply put, after purchasing, about 30 floors would be used, and the other 20 floors could also be rented out for commercial use. Qin Fei was very satisfied as he listened to the introduction and entered the commercial building, which of course had elevators servicing the 50 floors. Currently, elevator residential buildings are still quite rare in the mainland, and Zhao Lying, who followed Qin Fei in, looked very happy. Mr. Qin, if both buildings have elevators, it will be very convenient. We can use the top 30 floors for office space, and the rest can also bring in some rental income. Qin Fei nodded. Renting out the 20 floors would also yield a significant rental income. The other 30 floors for office use would be sufficient. His company's scale is not large now. Using just the 30 floors of one building is completely adequate. Of course, if he plans to move his Xiangjiang company here in the future, having 2 office buildings would still be necessary. Soon, they took the elevator directly to the upper floors, starting from the 40th floor. The view here was much broader. Looking out, one could see the prosperity of Beishan in 2008. In fact, tall buildings are still quite rare in the mainland, so the view from this building is very expansive. One can see very far, even across the river to Xiangjiang. The geographical location of this Wanda Plaza is excellent. Next to him, Chen Peng kept boasting, Mr. Qin, how do you feel? These 2 buildings are the tallest we have here. Nothing is higher than this. Each building has 50 floors, and both are the same. We originally planned to rent them out, but since you want them, our boss specifically instructed us to give you the best. Indeed, with his strength in Xiangjiang, even the president of Wanda pays special attention to him. This is why they brought out the 2 highest buildings for him, which must be worth a lot. Qin Fei directly inquired, what is the selling price for both buildings together? Chen Peng immediately replied, we plan to start selling at 100 million renminbi. If Mr. Qin wants both, we can offer them to you for 180 million renminbi. What do you think? 180 million renminbi is nearly 300 million Hong Kong dollars. And he has invested a lot of money in the mainland these days, so he is not short of this 300 million Hong Kong dollars. Nodding, he directly agreed, that's fine. I will convert it to RMB for you. After completing this transaction, Chen Peng looked very happy and excited. This eased the funding for the construction of Wanda in Beishan significantly. Seeing Chen Peng's excited expression, Qin Fei smiled and said, in the future, if there are any new commercial plazas being built, be sure to notify me. Save the best buildings for me, and I will definitely buy them directly. The other party was surprised, not expecting Qin Fei to want to buy more. This Xiangjiang wealthy man is indeed very rich. Thinking about it, with the level of prosperity in Xiangjiang, there are indeed many Hong Kong businessmen investing in the mainland. He nodded and exchanged contact information with Qin Fei. As Wanda continues to build, Qin Fei plans to continue purchasing. Buying several more commercial office buildings that his company may not need now could also be profitable if they appreciate in value later. Transaction completed. The other party was very happy and invited him to dinner, booking a restaurant exclusively to treat him. This large restaurant was only for a few people. The chef personally served them, and this kind of treatment is not something ordinary people enjoy. The red wine on the table was also imported. Mr. Qin, this is a 1996 imported Lafite. It's generally hard to find in the mainland. Knowing you were coming, I specifically had it flown in. One bottle of wine costs 50,000 RMB. Haha, not many people in the mainland can afford this. Hearing this price, Zhao lying beside him also looked surprised. Her expression adorable as she sighed in amazement. Miss Zhao, do try some. You're really beautiful, and you and Mr. Qin are such a perfect match. I wish the two of you a long and happy marriage. After saying this, he poured a glass and toasted. Zhao Lying took a sip and found it very sweet. She really liked this red wine, and couldn't he help but drink a bit more. Her little face turned rosy. After finishing this meal, it was evident that everyone was a bit tipsy. Shun Peng, watching this, had a big smile on his face. Knowing the right moment, he presented a key to a room at a nearby high-end hotel. Mr. Qin, I have already booked a room for you at the Hilton 5-star hotel. Please take Miss Zhao to rest. If there is anything you like, please let me know. I hope to continue cooperating with you in the future. The other party winked, clearly wanting to help arrange women for himself. This hotel booking seems to be prepared to please him. Qin Fei glanced at Zhao Lying, not expecting that she would get drunk. Shaking his head, he took the keys and headed straight to a nearby 5-star hotel. Upon arriving at the hotel, he realized it was actually a presidential suite. After handing over the Hong Kong businessman ID, the staff was extremely enthusiastic, guiding him into the room. Qin Fei wrapped one arm around Zhao Lying and pushed the door open with the other, placing her on the bed and admiring her alluring curves. With a perfect figure, he pouted slightly, took off his jacket, and raised a hand to touch her. She gently responded, and as he leaned closer, she also embraced him. Brother Qin, I really like you. This one sentence conveyed more than 1,000 words, and Qin Fei didn't need to say much more. The presidential suite was spacious, with all the facilities complete. This room was indeed great, offering a beautiful view of the sunrise in the early morning. Not to mention the beautiful woman beside him. Even without makeup, she looked stunning. This is what a star looks like, beautiful from every angle. Qin Fei enjoyed looking at her face, raising a hand to touch her delicate skin, which he had already experienced yesterday. Touching her cheek helped her regain some awareness. Zhao Lying still appeared half asleep, lazily cuddling up to him and saying drowsily, "Boss, I'm so tired. Let me sleep a bit longer." "Boo-hoo, you kept me up all night yesterday." Qin Fei laughed heartily, touched her face, and said, "Then I'll help you order breakfast. You can eat when you wake up." Zhao Lying continued to sleep, while Qin Fei got up and glanced at the roses on the bed sheets, feeling a sense of accomplishment. This feeling was great, even more satisfying than earning billions of Hong Kong dollars. He ordered room service for Zhao Lying and then opened the stock market for the North-South A-shares in the study of the presidential suite. Looking at the market capitalization of the A-shares. Taking advantage of Zhao Lying's rest, he planned to invest in A-shares. Although the 2008 financial crisis had a significant impact on the A-shares, there were still quite a few stocks that were on the rise. Compared to the fluctuations in the Hang Seng Index, the setbacks of the A-shares were not as large. Moreover, after the 2008 financial crisis, the A-shares would experience a bull market wave. If he could seize this opportunity, he could make a good profit. The A-share market had potential for investment, and with predictive capabilities, he could drive up the A-share market and buy a few rising stocks to earn some money. Chapter 37. The 50 surge of the divine Matai in the A-share market. Matai is undoubtedly a magical stock. Right now, Matai's price is fluctuating at a low of 100 yuan, having dropped below 100 yuan per share to 95 yuan. Who could have predicted that in a few years? This Matai could soar past 1,000 yuan and reach 2,000 yuan per share. Therefore, having selected this Matai stock, Qin Fei plans to drive up the price of Matai. With T1 trading time, he is not in a hurry, as long as Matai breaks through a 100 increase. Earning a 100 profit, an extra day of trading time is nothing. Right now, the most important thing is to see Matai's stock price rise. Opening the domestic A-share market forum, many people are bearish. A veteran A-share investor of 10 years. The volatility in the A-share market is too great. The market capitalization of Shanghai and Shenzhen has fallen, and the stock market will undoubtedly see countless stocks in the red. If you don't sell now, when will you? Everyone, run. A-share analysis expert. The Hang Seng Index has fallen below 12,000 points, and this will definitely affect the A-share market. The A-share market will fall at least 20 to start. No stock will be spared. Hung Tai Financial Holdings. The A-share market has already started to turn red. 90 of stocks can't make money, and our company has already withdrawn our investments. No one can save the A-share market. Many people are speaking out, singing the market's demise, which gives Qin Fei a glimmer of hope. A quick glance shows that Matai continues to drop, now down at 80 yuan, and he feels this is the lowest price. After using his predictive ability, today's closing price indeed ends up above 85 yuan. This Matai stock is truly magical, able to increase against the tide. This is a good entry opportunity. The A-share market is stronger than the Hong Kong stock market, while the Hong Kong stocks fall sharply and crash. The A-shares may not necessarily follow suit. After falling, the A-shares can rebound significantly. During the 2008 financial crisis, it was said to be a crisis, but rather it provided an opportunity for the A-share market to rise. Starting from this Matai stock, many stocks in China have shown a mad increasing trend post-2008. Many stocks have doubled, tripled, or even increased by hundreds of times within just a few years. This is the opportunity for the A-share market to rise again after a fall. Qin Fei does not want to miss this opportunity. He currently has 9 billion renminbi available. As other funds have been invested, this 9 billion renminbi is all the cash he can use. While Matai is dropping to 86 yuan, he buys 3 billion renminbi worth to hold. Because of this bulk order, Matai stock trading indeed sees some fluctuation. Originally falling, Matai suddenly warms up. Qin Fei is surprised. He initially planned to buy a bit at 86 yuan and a bit at 85 yuan. Now it's good. As soon as he buys at 86 yuan, the price starts to rise. The predicted trend changes, and without overthinking, he places a full order at 86 yuan. A 2 billion renminbi order goes out, and Matai warms up to 87 yuan. After placing another 1 billion renminbi order, Matai stock hits 88 yuan. The remaining 3 billion renminbi is all placed in orders. And now Matai stock breaks through the 90 yuan mark. At 9,000 RMB per lot, this sudden increase directly reaches the highest increase in the A-share market. The increase and decrease in the A-share market are currently unrestricted, so this surge is quite fierce. This catches the attention of many on the forum, and they're all shocked. Investor 1. Matai stock shows reverse growth. This is indeed a legendary stock. Matai is very likely to break the 100 yuan mark. Investor 2. After the 2008 financial crisis, Matai's stock increase is definitely a good omen. This wave, Matai will surely break the highest increase record. Investor 3. Those who are bearish on the A-share market, seeing Matai rise, how do they feel now? They said the A-share market would fall, but look at how fiercely Matai is rising. You are all a bunch of losers. With this Matai rise, many people start to discuss. Now, those veteran investors, along with experts and Hung Tai Financial Company, are forced to explain. Veteran A-share investor, Matai's rise is absolutely a false phenomenon, and it will fall soon. Everyone don't buy. A-share analysis expert. According to my analysis, Matai cannot break 100 yuan. This is clearly a scam. Hung Tai Financial Holdings. This is just a rebound, a technical challenge. We will definitely not chase Matai's rise. We have already withdrawn our investments from the A-share market. It's no good anymore. These people still insist, making Qin Fei almost laugh out loud. Thanks to his buying, Matai has surged directly past 90 yuan, heading towards the high price of 95 yuan. With a 9 billion purchase, this increase has surpassed 10, already yielding 900 million renminbi in profit. Although it cannot compare to the profits from the Hang Seng, he is quite satisfied. This is a sense of achievement. The A-share market's rise of Matai's stock, creating records, brings him a great sense of accomplishment and relaxation. Just as he is checking Matai's increase in the A-share market, a voice comes over. Qingge, didn't you eat anything this morning? Zhao, lying, approaching while eating breakfast, suddenly sits in his lap, not forgetting to feed him. Qin Fei looks at her affectionately and smiles. Join me in watching the A-share stock rise. I bought 9 billion worth of stock. Soon we'll see a 15 profit, which is over 1 billion RMB in earnings, and before the market closes today. It might even break a 50 increase. Zhao, lying, with an expression of immense admiration, is surprised to hear Qin Fei talk about it. She never expected that Qin Fei would spend 9 billion renminbi on stocks at once, earning over 1 billion RMB in one go. It's no wonder Qin Fei is so wealthy and dares to invest in real estate and entertainment and start companies. Zhao, lying's eyes shine like stars. Wow. Qingge, you're amazing. You made over 1 billion in one shot. Many workers in Beishan Wu Ti earn this much in a lifetime. Boo-hoo. You really are a wealthy man from Xianjiang. I'm so poor. Pinching Zhao lying's face, pretending to be poor. Qin Fei smiles and says, I want to buy you a villa, but you don't want it. How about this? I'll raise your salary a bit, 20,000 RMB a month plus commission, so your annual salary will break 300,000. How's that sound? This time, Zhao Lying did not refuse and happily agreed. That sounds good. With a 20,000 salary, it's enough for me to buy cosmetics and a lot of branded clothing in small bags. Qing Yi, I really love you. She leans in closer, continuing to be affectionate. While they're playing around, Matai breaks through 95 yuan, reaching 100 yuan, continuing to surge. It directly breaks 110 yuan. Matai is heading for a 50 increase. This time, everyone knows that Matai has truly risen. This leaves the stock market forum in disbelief, and many investors are scolding those who were bearish. Investor 1. Matai is about to break a 50 increase, the highest closing record in history. It might even go higher. Investor 2. This rise is unprecedented. There are no expert institutions. They are all trash. This wave of Matai is definitely being supported by someone. Investor 3. Did you see the news? The state has already injected 1 trillion renminbi to support Matai stocks. Matai still has the potential to rise further. This time, with the state stepping in, Matai's rise cannot be stopped. Qin Fei also earns a substantial profit, watching the earnings approach 50, which could mean at least 5 billion renminbi in profit. It could even exceed 5 billion. In a cheerful mood, he pats Zhao lying on the small backside and says with a smile, later, I'll help you buy a few outfits. You're going to be a big star. We still need to match well. Anything you like small bags or branded cosmetics, I'll get for you. Zhao lying knows Qin Fei has made a lot of money, and she happily leans in to kiss him. Qin Fei couldn't resist, and the two began to fool around on the hotel sofa. By the afternoon, they finally left the presidential suite. Zhao lying felt a bit reluctant, and after they came out, she tidied up her clothes, shyly glancing at him. She asked Qin Fei, Brother Qin, is there anything wrong with me now? Qin Fei laughed and replied, just your face and ears are a bit red. Everything else is fine. Zhao lying raised her hand and lightly hit him, acting coy. It's all your fault. I didn't want to do that, but you insisted. Qin Fei took the opportunity to pull her into his arms. Zhao lying didn't mind Qin Fei's intimacy. Instead, it was something she could show off, even though her star-like face was beautiful. Qin Fei's handsomeness and the aura for his past life were also very special. When the two were together, no one would say she was climbing the social ladder. Instead, they felt like a natural pair. Under Qin Fei's lead, once they got in the car, Zhao lying leaned closer, almost distracting Qin Fei from driving. He noticed that this girl was becoming sweeter. When he took Zhao lying shopping, she didn't forget to mention something. Brother Qin, can I go to Hong Kong with you? Qin Fei paused slightly and casually replied, I don't have an entertainment company in Hong Kong, so you wouldn't have anything to do there. Staying in Beishan would be more helpful for me. Zhao lying agreed with a disappointed expression, but didn't think much of it. Qin Fei didn't plan to let Zhao lying meet Yang Yi. Even though they would definitely meet in the future, he wanted to avoid it for now. Women's feelings are sensitive, and he knew that Zhao Lying was already a bit suspicious, but she was willing to play dumb. So he continued to accompany her in their playful antics. After all, he was only going back to Hong Kong in a day or two. Taking advantage of this free time, he brought Zhao Lying to Tai Kuli Mall, enjoying a good shopping spree with her. He helped her spend over 200,000 RMB on various designer bags, high-end cosmetics, and clothes, things Zhao Lying had never dared to imagine before. This was the first time she knew there was such a high-end mall in Beijing, and seeing how familiar Qin Fei was made her smile. Unable to help herself, she asked, "Brother Qin, why are you so familiar with high-end women's clothing?" "Do you have many girlfriends?" Qin Fei smiled back, touching her pretty face and teased, "Guess?" Zhao Lying pouted, thinking seriously, "You're so rich. You must have plenty of girlfriends. I bet you've had at least over 10. Zhao Lying was right. But that was in his past life. In this life, he really only had 2. Laughing, Qin Fei held her little hand and entered the Balenciaga store. "I'll help you choose a few sets of lingerie." Chapter 38. Am I pretty or is she pretty? Qin Fei helped Zhao Lying buy some things, which made her very happy. Even if she didn't want to be labeled as materialistic, receiving a little gift was still acceptable. This wasn't considered materialism. After all, Qin Fei was indeed wealthy and could easily earn tens of billions of RMB, so he wasn't bothered by a few tens of thousands for small gifts. Buying a few sets of lingerie started at tens of thousands. Holding the packaged items as they left the store, she felt the envious gazes of several other female staff members. Zhao Lying was in a good mood and looked quite happy. She tightly hugged Qin Fei's arm, cherishing the opportunity for the two of them to be alone together. She knew that after spending time with her, Qin Fei would have to return to Hong Kong. The next time they would meet was uncertain. She truly didn't want to part ways. If possible, she really wanted to accompany Qin Fei to live in Hong Kong. But then she thought about how many affairs in Beijing needed her attention, and she wouldn't feel at ease leaving them to others. She understood Qin Fei's reasons for not wanting her to go to Hong Kong. Besides possibly meeting his girlfriend there, it was also about the business in Beijing. It needed someone close to oversee it, especially the entertainment company. Even if Qin Fei wanted to ask Yang Fong for help, it wouldn't be feasible. Yang Fong was too busy managing her own rental properties. With a larger family business, the number of people needed increased. This was for the sake of her Qin family. Gently touching Zhao Lying's hair, he said tenderly, "Next time, I'll take you to Hong Kong for a visit. The entertainment company will be entrusted to you, as well as the investment company. Please keep a close eye on them. If you do well, I can reward you." Zhao Lying smiled widely. "I won't let you down. It's a promise. Next time, take me to Hong Kong. I want to see that little girlfriend of yours." Qin Fei laughed and replied, "How do you know I have a little girlfriend in Hong Kong?" Zhao Lying stuck out her tongue, "Just a guess. But your expression now definitely indicates that you do. Who is prettier, me or her? Who is more obedient, me or her?" Qin Fei laughed heartily and reassured her here. "Of course, you're prettier, and you're the obedient one." Even though Qin Fei's words had a double meaning, Zhao Lying couldn't help but feel happy and liked it. The sweet talk from Qin Fei was all she desired. She didn't care about anything else and didn't want to think about it as she watched Qin Fei prepare to leave Beijing. She stood on her tiptoes and gave him a sweet kiss, making it hard for both of them to part. In the end, they reluctantly separated. Seeing Zhao Lying's unwilling expression, Qin Fei continued to comfort her. Upon returning, as soon as he disembarked, Qin Fei received an invitation from the Li family to visit them. A servant delivered the invitation to his villa, and Qin Fei opened it, chuckling. It looks like the Li family has suffered significant losses in the stock market this time. Oh, I didn't expect even Sir Shao to be involved. This is just the right time to buy TVB shares at a low price. Didn't have much feeling for the wealthy families in Hong Kong, and being on good terms with the Li family was merely a matter of mutual benefit. If it weren't for the Li family being able to help him earn a lot of money and provide investment funds, he would have kicked them to the curb. This time, he needed the Li family's assistance to lower the price of TVB shares, so he planned to attend the Li family's banquet. He also called Yang Yi to accompany him, just as the filming of the movie wrapped up and was in the editing stage. Yang Yi was excited to learn that they were going to attend a high-end banquet hosted by a wealthy family. "Okay, I'll change my clothes and go with you." "Cousin, You didn't bring me back to Beishan, so next time, you must take me along. I want to accompany you to avoid some vixens try to charm you. Yang Yi remained vigilant and looked unhappy when mentioning vixens, clearly annoyed that he hadn't told her this time. Qin Fei casually replied, "You were busy filming the movie, so I didn't want to disturb you. I promise to take you next time. You'll be developing in the entertainment industry in the mainland anyway." Yang Yi smiled and responded, "Director Wang's movies are quick to produce. My filming has long been finished, and everything will wrap up in just a few days. You don't know, the movie is already in the editing phase and will be released soon. Filming in Hong Kong is famously fast. It was like this even in the 80s. A movie can be completed and released in less than a week. This is an incredibly fast-paced model, and it's exactly this model that allowed Hong Kong's entertainment industry to catch up to Hollywood. Even some Hollywood movies can't compare. If it weren't for Hollywood's later development of special effects, producing countless blockbuster films, the Hong Kong entertainment industry would definitely not be in such decline." Qin Fei sighed and looked forward to the impact of Yang Yi's movie when it premiered. The popularity of the film would be reflected in its reception. He was confident in Wang Jing's movie and calmly said, "When the movie premieres, I'll go with you to watch it." Yang Yi was delighted and readily agreed. She had specifically rushed back from the crew to accompany Qin Fei to the Hong Kong banquet of the wealthy family. In the second half of 2008, the Hang Seng Index plummeted by 12,000 points. Hong Kong investors were in despair, with many suffering severe losses. However, the wealthy families in Hong Kong were hardly affected. The Li family could still hold a banquet to celebrate the profits Qin Fei helped them achieve. They invited many wealthy families to join. This is the so-called rich families enjoy lavish feasts while the streets are filled with the bones of the frozen dead. However, it must be noted that today, many people were likely on the rooftop of the Hong Kong Financial Center. Qin Fei drove his luxury car to pick up Yang Yi for the event. Today, Yang Yi wore a beautiful dress. After her makeup, she looked stunningly attractive. After finishing her phone call, Yang Yi had an especially elegant aura. As she approached, she sniffed Qin Fei's scent and smiled. "Cousin, do you have the scent of another woman on you?" Qin Fei shot her a glance, thinking this girl was really like a dog. "How could that be?" "You're overthinking it." Yang Yi held onto his arm, saying intimately, "Don't lie to me. I don't want those vixens bothering you. You're so wealthy. So many vixens must be drawn to you. Cousin, I don't want you to be deceived." Qin Fei looked at Yang Yi's serious face and chuckled. "Is it only allowed for me to be deceived by you?" Yang Yi immediately acknowledged. "I wouldn't deceive you. I'm helping you make money. This time, I'll also get a share of the pay from the movie. I used my first paycheck to buy you a watch, spending over 100,000 Hong Kong dollars. This is my first salary, a gift for you, cousin." After saying that, Yang Yi handed him a watch she had bought, an exquisite English Charlie model. Holding it in his hand, Qin Fei felt a bit moved. This little cousin was indeed thoughtful, thinking to give him a gift with her first paycheck. Chapter 39. This is the Hong Kong aristocracy. When Qin Fei received the gift and took a glance at it, he immediately liked it. He never expected Yang Yi to give him a present. Moreover, with his first paycheck of over 100,000 Hong Kong dollars, she helped him buy a watch. This indicated his importance in her heart. This time, Qin Fei was genuinely touched. He carefully put it away, patted Yang Yi on the head, and smiled. "I will treasure this gift well. Although it's not expensive, it means a lot to me." "Thank you, cousin." Yang Yi was delighted. As soon as she got her paycheck, she used it to buy this gift for Qin Fei, knowing that it wasn't costly for him. With his worth of over 10 billion Hong Kong dollars, he wouldn't care about a watch worth tens of thousands. But this was her entire salary, and by using it to buy a gift for Qin Fei, it showed how important he was to her. Seeing Qin Fei's happy expression and his gratitude towards her made Yang Yi even more cheerful. She felt she did the right thing. It made her even happier that her cousin liked it. Soon, the car arrived at the entrance of the Li family mansion. As they entered, servants were there to help open the door, guiding Qin Fei to park in the villa's garage and helping him out of the car. The Li family servants greeted them respectfully. "Mr. Qin, Miss Yang, our boss has prepared snacks and desserts and specifically instructed me to take good care of you both." After saying this, they took Qin Fei and Yang Yi inside. This mansion in Shallow Water Bay was indeed very large. with a total area twice that of Qin Fei's place because there were many members of the Li family. The villa housed quite a few Li family